Hey, my name's Adam Faison. I play Colin in the movie Hellraiser, the reimagining. And Colin is a bit of a logical thinker and a voice of reason throughout the movie. And he sort of sets a whole plan into motion to try to help Riley when all hell breaks loose and the box opens up.
Hi, my name is Drew Starkey. I play Trevor in Hellraiser. Trevor is somewhat of an ambiguous kind of figure. He has a lot of odd jobs. Currently, though, he's working as an art handler for some pretty shady characters. But he's also romantically involved with our hero, Riley, in the story. And he's the one who ultimately leads Riley to the first configuration, the puzzle box. And then it all goes batshit crazy. I was familiar with the original Hellraiser. I had seen it when I was probably a little too young. I was about 8 or 9, fully traumatized by the experience. But the imagery still, I mean, it stuck with me for years and years. So it was great to, start working on this project and kind of, be allowed to revisit those. I love horror. I'm such a fan of horror. And I think especially horror that blends genres really well. Which Hellraiser does. I mean, it's psychological, it's a thriller, elements of sci-fi, it's everything at once. So yeah, very, very happy that we got to be a part of this.
So I was pretty familiar with the movies, the Hellraiser movies beforehand. I had seen them on this AMC Horror Fest when I was younger, and they were fun because they were like, I love horror because it feels kind of like an escape, and sometimes literally, like in this movie, we always trying to escape these crazy little Cenobites. Big Cenobites. They're actually a lot of them. They're very big. But yeah, so I really enjoyed getting to do this because I love horror movies. I think some of my favorites also are like 28 Days Later, Jacob's Ladder, a lot of those ones too. And sort of I like kind of what Drew was saying too. There's this element of getting to blend different genres, especially the sci-fi element. So we get to see a little bit of the lore that's not really explained in the first one. So we get to kind of like get a little window into like what each of the configurations means through the eyes of Riley. The part of this movie that made me excited to be a part of it was, I guess, like all of the action lines and the descriptions when I was reading it. It was so beautiful to see how detailed they all were and how everything just kind of built in the script. Like it was such a fun, quick, like adventure of a read, And then I figured, I was like, if this is as good on the page as it is on screen, I'm fucking excited. So I was like, let's go. So, and also to see just, the character development that they really tried to put into this. You could tell that they didn't just want to kill for sport. They were like, we really want you to invest in these characters.
Yeah, I mean, what drew me, I'd gotten the audition, and I remember I didn't even have the full script, but I remember, getting the sides, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. It was Ben and Luke really wrote a great story, and David as well, and it was just so fleshed out on the page and so detail oriented. I think they were really focused on not so much an origin story, but really fleshing out the lore and the mythos and the kind of the aura around this Hellraiser world. So that was what was tantalizing. It was it wasn't so niche. It was I thought I was going to reach a lot of people, some wide audiences, and I think original fans of the movie are going to find a lot of things in it that they love, and then I also think new audiences are gonna watch it and gain a lot from it. So, and just the people attached to it. I mean, everybody was attached from the beginning. Was incredible. So I was just excited to work with them.
Being directed by David Bruckner was so fun. He's very collaborative, and he loves ideas and like spitballing thoughts, especially in the beginning process. We had sort of a week of rehearsal and all these tests and stunt things, and he was very collaborative with us, and he's not afraid to kind of get down in the weeds with us and kind of get with us in that level like of where he kind of wants it to be. And I mean, he knew the world so well, but he was also able to sort of be flexible with us being in it and having our own interpretations.
Yeah, working with David Bruckner is he's incredibly high energy but patient at the same time. He's so detail oriented. I mean, we got to Belgrade, Serbia to shoot the film about a week before the first shoot day, and we took the time for that week to work through the scripts, discuss background. He showed us storyboards and artwork and ideas for music and his ideas for character. It was like this great gift of a rehearsal time that we got for it. He'll get down. He will get down in the weeds with you. He's like, this is how we gotta do it. Like, and he's hilarious. It's funny because we were shooting during COVID too, so he has the mask on directing you. So I just remember like his eyes, like watching rehearsal, and his eyes going back and forth, and be like, "Great, let's shoot it." But yeah, incredible. It just like the biggest. He's incredibly intelligent and just cares a lot. Really take the time to kind of sift through and work through it with you.
The experience of shooting this in Belgrade was a lot of fun for me. I felt like I kind of fully embraced myself as a local. No, I'm not a local, but I started learning Serbian while I was there because I just wanted to I really love languages, and I kind of wanted to experience the cuisine and the like different areas. So I would kind of try to do little day trips before COVID kind of hit, and we kind of had to be a little bit more under lockdown. But it was such a fun experience because they're so passionate and driven, and the work that they put into this movie was just really amazing to see. They all really just came ready and hungry to just get down in the trenches, and their ability to deal with the flora and fauna there is amazing, because there'd be these murder hornets that would attack us one day, and these wild foxes, and they would just snatch them out of the air and shoot them away, and they'd be like, Mishta, this is nothing, this is whatever, this, get used to it, this is flower funnel, this fox not gonna hurt you. So I like that. So I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot, and I made some everlasting memories with the locals.
Yeah, shooting in Belgrade was really, really incredible. It was such a new. None of us had been there before. So it's this brand new place, a little bit of culture shock, but beautiful city. We made it a point to all go out and get some really good food and drink some really good wine. It was amazing. The people there are incredible. Our crew was so resilient. I swear, it would be 4 a.m. and we'd be, on our 4th day of night shoots, and there was just never any complaining. They were all just full steam ahead. But we were, as a cast, we were all in a new place, and trying to navigate and get around the city, and it kind of mirrored our own experience, with the characters in the movie too. It's we're in this completely different world. We're thrown into this situation we know nothing about, and all we had to kind of lean on was trusting each other, and wine. We relied on a lot of wine. It was really incredible. But yeah, definitely we'll go back. I want to go back to Belgrade for sure. Let's do it.